Hello everyone, welcome back to Strike Point Media. Today we're diving deep into something that's turning heads across the world, a move so unexpected that even the United States, the longtime leader in transatlantic strategy, was caught off guard. We're talking about the European Union's surprise Ukraine deal, a landmark commitment that has sent shockwaves through global politics. But instead of just analyzing it like another news headline, let's review it like a brand. New creation, something designed, engineered, and unveiled to the world with power, precision, and purpose. We'll peel back the layers, take a close look at how it's built, how it performs, what makes it unique, and what kind of future it promises. So sit back, because this one's going to be intense. From the outside, this deal has a presence that demands attention. The European Union has always been known for its careful diplomacy, measured, procedural, sometimes slow, but this move, it's sharp, bold, and deliberate. It's like seeing a vehicle that used to move gracefully at a diplomatic cruise speed suddenly roar into the fast lane. The exterior design of this deal is strong, polished, and assertive. You can see the aerodynamic lines of political messaging that cut through the noise, clear funding pledges, strategic cooperation frameworks, and a unified tone that gives off pure confidence. The structure looks solid, built with the kind of alloy that combines political will with financial muscle. You can almost feel that this time Europe wants to prove it's capable of leading rather than following. From afar, it glitters with intention, every statement and press release crafted like chrome detailing, showing off ambition and self-assurance. But just like with any powerful machine, the true question is whether that strong exterior reflects real internal strength or is merely cosmetic polish hiding deeper fragility. Opening the door and taking a look inside, the interior of this deal is tight, functional, and surprisingly well organized. It doesn't waste space with fluff. Instead, every line, every clause, and every commitment serves a specific purpose. Inside, you find detailed plans for financial aid, military assistance, energy infrastructure, and governance reform. The seats are practical, meant for coordination, not comfort. The controls are complex but logical, checks, audits, and conditional disbursements designed to ensure accountability. There's no luxury here, no unnecessary features, just the essentials for getting Ukraine's recovery on track. It's efficient, like a cockpit made for serious business, not decoration. You can tell that this deal is meant to work hard under pressure. Now, when we put this machine on the road, when we test its performance, that's where things get really interesting. The EU surprise Ukraine deal isn't just about paperwork and signatures. It's about how it performs when real challenges hit. The war in Ukraine has created one of the toughest testing environments imaginable. Instability, economic strain, political division, and military escalation. Yet, under these conditions, the deal has already started showing what it's capable of. Funds are being mobilized faster than expected, coordination between member states has improved, and even countries that were previously hesitant about large-scale aid are now on board. The power output here is impressive, billions of euros in aid, logistical support, and energy security commitments. But like any high-performance system, the true test is endurance. Can this deal keep up the same level of energy over time? Can it deliver consistent results without overheating politically or financially? The coming months will show whether the EU has built an engine that's built to last or one that just revs loudly for a short burst. In performance terms, this deal also demonstrates agility. The EU has learned from previous slow responses and has engineered this mechanism to be more adaptable. It's designed to respond to changing battlefield conditions, energy disruptions, and reconstruction needs in real time. That adaptability gives it a kind of dynamic traction control, preventing slips in policy and ensuring smooth handling even when global conditions get rough. There's torque here, not just economic torque, but moral and diplomatic torque, the kind that pushes Europe forward with purpose. The EU is essentially saying, we can move fast when it matters and we can carry weight when the world needs balance, but even the most powerful performance machine needs safety systems, and this deal has plenty built in. There are multiple layers of oversight, financial watchdogs, conditional checkpoints, and independent audits to make sure that every euro goes where it's supposed to. The EU has also included political airbags, so to speak, with clauses that allow for quick reassessment if things go off track. If Ukraine doesn't meet reform benchmarks, certain tranches of support can be paused or redirected. This keeps the system from crashing if one part malfunctions. There are even diplomatic safety nets, emergency mechanisms that allow renegotiation if regional security conditions change drastically. These features make sure that while the deal is bold and forward-moving, it's not reckless. Europe has learned from past experiences in foreign commitments where overconfidence led to instability, and this time, it's balancing speed with caution. It's the difference between a vehicle designed for show and one engineered for endurance. Now let's talk about what makes this deal so unique, the special ingredients that set it apart. First and foremost, it's the element of surprise. Nobody saw it coming in this form, not even Washington. That alone signals a major shift in power dynamics. For years, the US has been the dominant decision maker in global security matters, especially in relation to Ukraine. But now, the EU has rolled out something that shows initiative, independence, and leadership. That's a bold statement. It's like Europe unveiling a concept car that actually works not just for display, but for real-world use. Another unique feature is how comprehensive it is. It's not just a military or financial agreement, it's an all-in-one system. It covers infrastructure, governance, social recovery, energy security, and long-term reconstruction. Few deals in history have managed to integrate so many components so effectively. And then there's the transparency. Every move is being documented, broadcast, and openly debated. That transparency might be uncomfortable for some, but it builds long-term trust, which is essential for any international project of this scale. But what truly makes it stand out is the shift in attitude. For decades, Europe has been cautious, sometimes even passive in military and foreign affairs. Now it's acting like a manufacturer unveiling a top-tier product, something that says, we've been listening, learning, and now we're ready to compete. This marks a transformation in identity. The EU isn't just a union of economies anymore, it's emerging as a serious geopolitical force. Of course, none of this comes without cost. The price tag on this project is massive. We're talking tens of billions of euros, potentially more as the conflict and reconstruction continue. Every euro committed represents resources that could have gone elsewhere: health care, education, internal infrastructure. So yes, it's expensive, but the real price isn't just financial, it's political. It requires unity across 27 member states, each with different priorities, pressures, and ideologies. Some nations are already feeling the weight of inflation and public dissatisfaction, and yet they're still expected to contribute billions more. There's also the diplomatic cost tension with Russia, scrutiny from the United States, and the risk of political blowback from populations that may grow weary of supporting a long-term war effort. So the question becomes, is it worth it? That's the ultimate test of value. When you buy into a high-end machine, you expect top-tier performance and reliability. The EU is betting that this deal will strengthen its influence, stabilize its neighborhood, and show the world that European leadership can match American speed and scale. If that happens, the price will look like a calculated investment. But if it fails, if the funds don't translate into real progress, if unity fractures, if Ukraine's recovery stumbles, then the cost will feel overwhelming. As we look at it from every angle, what stands out most is that this isn't just a policy shift, it's a transformation in mindset. It's Europe stepping into a new role. The EU has often been seen as cautious, consensus-driven, and dependent on external leadership for major defense and foreign policy moves. But this deal says otherwise. It's a declaration of autonomy. It's saying we can make our own big moves. It's Europe finding its voice and using it in a way that even Washington didn't expect. When you step back and see the full picture, the design is impressive. The exterior reflects confidence, the interior is efficient and tightly structured, the performance is promising, the safety systems are robust, the unique features are bold, and the price, though heavy, is a calculated risk. This is Europe saying that it's no longer content with being the co-pilot, it's ready to take the driver's seat, and in the grander scheme, this deal could reshape the balance of global power. If it succeeds, it won't just rebuild Ukraine, it will redefine what the European Union stands for. It will show that Europe can unite around purpose and act decisively when history demands it. But if it falters, it could expose the limits of EU integration and create fault lines that last for decades. Only time will tell how this machine performs over the long haul. For now, though, one thing is clear. The world is watching, the U.S. is surprised, and Europe has just pressed the accelerator on a new era of independence and strength. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to stay tuned here at Strike Point Media, where we decode the stories that shape the world. Until next time, keep your focus sharp and your perspective wide.